Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. It is Tuesday morning. If you're looking at watching me do this, I'm trying to get all the figures up. I've got them all loaded up, but they're all in the wrong place and tabs everywhere. Okay, so as we know, last week was a very good week for Clough Rd. Was it replicated by, very good week for Willbox. Was it replicated by Clough Rd? And the answer is, hell yeah. Yeah, we already know we got 10 reservations last week. Now, as a scientist, yes, you heard that right. I am a scientist. As a scientist, we scientists don't like to get too carried away by one set of results. We need it to be proven time and time again to make sure then that, I'm trying to think of a scientific word that they use. Anyway, so you get what I mean. I can't get carried away with it because one week it's worked showing prices and the other week it really didn't. It bombed. This is Tuesday morning when I'm recording this. Yesterday, we only got one reservation. And if you look at it as a whole, last week, we got 20 reservations. So that was almost 3 a day. Yesterday, we got 1. And so the week has not started well. However, it's a long week. It's a small sample size. Let's not get carried away. Us scientists, we can't get carried away. But it was fascinating, the fact that we had 10 reservations at Clough Rd and 10 reservations at Willbox last week. I was made up over the moon. I was on holiday and I kept getting bings because with Stora, when you get a reservation, it emails me and I keep checking my emails. I'm like, oh yes, another reservation. Come on, today's going to be a good day. And so yeah, it's been well. Last week was great. This week it's not started off so well, but one day in, who knows? Today we could have 4 or 5 reservations, so let's not get carried away. Okay, so last week, the number of reservations that we had was 10. Just 1 second, I'm just going to mark something for the team to change. Prices, quotes. Right. The number of reservations were 10, so that's really, really good. Really happy with 10 reservations, obviously. That's the most we've had for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. For 13 weeks, that's the most we've had, joint most, because we have had, in that 13 weeks, we have had 10 reservations as well on week 19th of the 9th to 25th of the 9th. So the joint most we've had for 13 weeks, that is incredible. What we've got to look at, though, is the top of the funnel. How many people visited our website? Because I don't know why we don't do this, or we didn't used to do this. And big shout out to Gavin Shields here, because in other businesses, I'm all about the top of the funnel. How many people visited the website? How many people actually came? Because that's your conversion rate. And did we actually have more visitors than normal? Fractionally, only fractionally did we have more visitors. It was on the top end of where we normally see. I did say this yesterday, but it's worth revisiting because it's so important for you guys out there, because so many people don't. And I know of a self-storage association, when we track conversion rates, they don't do it either. But guess what? We need to up level. Just because other people aren't doing it, it doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. And it's very, very simple, easy to do in your Google Analytics. I should do a training on this because I hate all that fidgety Google Analytics stuff. I can do it. I've been training that. I took courses, but it's just not me to get in. Give me a report. I prefer somebody dive in there and give me the report, give me the key performance indicators from the Google Analytics, and then I can have a look. I don't like searching for the figures myself, but it is easy. I've done it last weekend. And so here's the report we got, which is so crucial. 337 users we got actually visited storemore.co.uk. And don't forget, you guys distort my figures, because I know some people like you look at my website. Obviously, why wouldn't you? I look at everybody's website. So because you can always learn from somebody, you can always learn from that shitty container site down the road. There's always something to take away from the website that they're doing differently. But also, not only that, there's other industries that we can implement what they're doing as well. Let's not be pig-headed enough to think, they're not in self-storage, so it's irrelevant. Forget that. It's all about what we can pull across, pinch, nick, whatever, and sellotape together on our website to make it the best performing website we possibly can do. So last week we got 337 users, and 313 of those were new users. So that means that obviously we had 24 people that came on our website. Public maths, come on. We had 24 people that are actually returning people who, the IP address, and so we knew that it was returning customers. And so 337 total sessions. So total was 458. So number of sessions per user was 136. Page views was 1,430. So we had 1,430 page views from them 337. So as you can see, they're not going to a lot of pages on your website. There's only, if you look at a heat map from Hotjar, there's only very limited pages that are really important to people. It's like the 80-20 rule. 80% of your website, nobody gives a shit about. 20% of your website, that's what we should be focusing on. I love this shit. That's why the data. The data is the data. And so people are on average of viewing 3 pages per visit. 3 pages, that's it. So it'll be the homepage, it'll be the quote form, and it'll be the thank you for getting a quote form. That is probably it. I'll have to dig down in the data, but I'm pretty sure that is what it is. The average time, I think the average time is pretty goddamn good on our website. 1 minute, 42 seconds. That's the average time, because people want to be in and out. They want to get prices, and they want to know how much it's going to cost them and what the unit's like, basically. So it's very limited information that they need, very limited information they want. So they're going to be in and out. We've got to remember that the customers aren't loving our website as much as we are. They aren't emotional about it. They want an itch scratch. That is it. And so that is one pro for showing you prices, because people don't get pissed off and you can't see the prices, inputting the details, etc. So that is one pro. Does it 100% work? We won't find out, because I don't think with these, it's as Gavin Shields said, it's not scientific, because you're not testing A versus B. We're not testing, if it's going to be completely scientific, and we're going to have to write programs for it and really delve into it. But for me, it doesn't have to be 100% scientific. It just needs to be, I think that works better than, I'm 80% certain this approach works better than the other approach, and I will take that. But Gavin rightly says that if I'm comparing 1 month, so 1 month I'm showing prices and next month I'm not showing prices, a whole load of shit could have changed in that 1 month. Their mortgages could have come up, their cost of living could have gone up. There could have been more need in October than in November for self-storage. Of course, that happens. And so we've got to remember that as well. And saving up for Christmas, whatever it is, there's different circumstances. So it can never be a split test from 1 month to the next. It just can't happen. The best we can do. And I'm sure, Daniel from, I forgot her name, but I'm sure he was doing a split test when I was talking to him. And it basically, the best version of this you can do is one visitor has prices on the website, then the next visitor doesn't have prices on the website and has to put the details in. That is a complete A versus B split test, which is the criteria. It's almost a level playing field. Obviously, you can't ever get a level playing field in this effect, but that will be the closest to pure results as we can get. Us scientists like pure results, And so these, I do understand that we're never ever going to be 100% say, yes, this definitely works. Because you can't be. But I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the 80-20. And if I'm 80% certain one way works, and that's it, I'll jump on that boat. But I will keep testing. Say if this test fails for me, there's no test fails, by the way. But if this test says that we go back to showing prices behind an information wall, then I'm okay with that. But then I'll test next year, and we'll keep testing, because the way forward for the industry eventually is that people do want to see less friction to get a price, but are people educated enough? Are the customers educated enough? That's my problem, because you've got 5-star hotels and 1-star hotels. You get 5-star self-storages and 1-star self-storages. It's okay for the 1-star self-storage to advertise the price online, because guess what? They're going to be cheaper than the 5-star prices. So we don't want people to compare without any education, 5-star versus 1-star, because we're 5-star and the most expensive. We like to talk to the customer to show them and educate them and how we are different. Not all self-storage is the same. So that's my problem. Anyway, so going back to the Google Analytics, 337 users, 20 reservations is a 6%, 6.2%, I think it is from memory, conversion rate from the top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel, which is amazing data last week. So we're really, really happy there. So the takeaway is, please get into Google Analytics and look at how many people are coming in to your top of your funnel, because it's almost irrelevant, your conversion rates, when it gets, if you're just doing quotes to reservations or quotes to move-ins, then you're starting the comparison, you're starting your analytics halfway through, you're looking at the conversions halfway through. You might have had 1,000 more visitors to your website for some reason 1 week to the next week, but you're not adjusting the figures for that. And it's crazy not to, and I can't believe it's took me this long to do it, just because self-storage is easy. We don't need to be good to get great results, but we might as well be great now and get great results rather than wait until everybody's doing this in 5 years' time, because we might as well up level now and be ahead of the curve, ahead of the game, ahead of our competition. So why not do it now? So look at your Google Analytics as my takeaway. Right. 10 reservations, 700 square foot total reserve. So really, really good. 700 square foot is the most 1, 2, 3, 4 for 4 weeks. Amount of move-ins last week, we had 7 move-ins for 600 square foot. Again, that's the most for 5 weeks there. Number of rooms cancelled, we had 550 people, 550 square foot move out for 6 people. And that was the most, again, for 5 weeks. So we netted 50 square foot last week. So in the last 2 weeks, we've netted 400 square foot. So lovely, jibbly. So we're moving in the right direction. It's just pretty goddamn bloody slow. That's the problem. Right, let's have a look at these other figures. There's no other figures for Clough Rd, obviously, because it's saying we've got no quotes completely on the data. That's what I wrote down at the start, because obviously some people will have rang and I haven't got that data for some reason. The team haven't given me that, so I'll sort them out when I see them. Right, so let's have a look at the Clough Rd data, the analytics on Stora. Right, we're going to pull it up. So the monthly recurring revenue is £21,416.02. MRR, that's up by 1.42% from 30 days ago. It's £21. Now, I don't, because it's the first of the month, I don't have the data, how much we've actually taken, because the first of the month there's no data there. But I can tell you what it was yesterday. Yesterday, we was £2,000. We took £2,000 more this month than we did last month. So it's about £2,100, which is incredible. That is beautiful. It's music to my ears, is that. £2,000 extra. It makes a massive difference, because obviously this site, when you first open, it's losing money. It's losing, but we aren't paying any rates yet for some reason. The rates haven't got back in touch with us, which is lovely. And so we're not actually losing money, but if we paid rates, we physically would be losing money in terms of cash flow with repayments of loans, etc. So yeah, 21,416 is the MRR. So that's what we would be taking if everyone was paying full price. And I think we took around about 18,000, somewhere around that, 18,400 or something, but it was £2,000 more than the month before. So if we can hit £20,000 actual takings this month from Clough Rd, I'll be happy with 19,000. So anywhere over 19,000, that's my benchmark for this month. It'd be fantastic. Occupancy is 55.7%, so it's up 4.03% from last month. The rate per square foot is £18.46, which is down from £19.14. Guys, I've told you all the details that I've got. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will be seeing you tomorrow when we've got another podcast episode. Love you. Bye.